Hi, I'm Tracie Mahan, and you are listening to a channeled Ascension Activation Session where the client is getting information about how we need to let go of lack to bring in higher frequencies to step into the new earth. Come take a listen. We would like for you to be guided now. If you remember at the very beginning of our session, we spoke of a limit being lifted and being able to reach some higher frequencies. And this higher frequency group is wanting access to you right now. They keep tapping us on the shoulder and saying, when's it our turn? Mm-hmm. And so we want to ask you to set the intention to move into the realm with this higher vibrational group. And when you get there, we have to say we're not very familiar with them. So we would like to know what it is you are experiencing. We will see if we can follow you into this realm. It's very bright.
Very still. A glow of pale green. With I see orbs spinning within orbs.
And what is it that this group would like you to know?
It feels like confirmation. They would like me to know what they would like me to know is how to bring my experiences from this place into memory, into how to ground from here, how to ground this energy.
Are you bringing this frequency to the earth?
It feels like it's like a little pinhole in the veil. And we just want to open it up so that whatever this is that can't be explained because it's from John, I don't know, it's new yet familiar. I guess it feels like innate knowing or innate sensing, but without the senses. But it's colors and patterns, connections and rainbows. There's no words coming, maybe if I'm silent.
So they don't use words, they're using the colors and patterns?
It's like a code or a knowledge that it's like the algorithms to compress an image for the internet. So it's this higher frequency or this specific way of presenting knowledge, but we don't have the key yet. And it's like the key is embedded in the light itself. It just develops over time.
And is humanity working towards this frequency, this light? Is our goal to access this?
In the 5D, in the new earth, everyone will have access. Or at least the knowledge of how to access it will flood the earth.
And what does this access do? What would change?
It allows us to lucid dream. This light is a frequency that's coming through from the higher self or the soul. And so it's being grounded by coming from another dimension and now being experienced by humans, having been experienced by other races on other planets and then sharing it here with us. It's here to teach us how to live without having to see lack.
And when we learn to live without seeing lack, what does that look like for the planet?
We awaken to what we really are, which are these powerful dreamers that got stuck in a dream that we couldn't undream. But when we see that we are the dreamer as well as the dreamed, as well as the formed body, there will be nothing to raise our vibrations and to be both independent and interdependent.
And when you're seeing it from this frequency, to be independent and interdependent, can you see how that works? Is it easier to imagine that from this frequency?
It's like Source fractured itself into all these pieces, and all these pieces want to grow back to be Source again. But now they have their own story because they grew together.
And so now they come back to Source with the individual story and as a collective. Are we understanding that right?
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. And what does that do for Source or the collective when each has their own individual story like that?
It takes us to a place that wasn't possible before, because the physical separation of time and space, by embodying our higher selves, by bringing this light in and being it, although it's not like this dimension, it's like an augmented 3D space where we can be together without agreeing because we have different perspectives. Although the core truths are well understood and everyone operates out of love, we can find this individuality that was so difficult to find when it was so intertwined with the ego, because we all descend from the same energy. But as descendants of the energy, we want to be the energy and also be with each other.
And when we all come back together in this energy, what is that like for the soul? What is that like for the individual to reconnect?
It's quite the story, the stages, I guess. And bizarrely, a lot of it's scary, but it's that fear, that experience, the darkness of this reality brought us all to our knees, basically. And there's so much beauty in that, because now we can be together without it's changed us all.
It sounds like a lot of growth for soul. Is there anything else from this frequency that you are now residing in that they would like you to know?
There's so much stillness in this place, because how could anything go wrong? That was from our perspective down here in time, it's so easy to see so much wrong with the divine or with the way things are playing out and want to fix it. So it's quite the paradox to receive advice, receive steps from the guide, and yet the last thing the guide wants you to do is believe that there's some lack. Because we're all being exposed to this light in a way that is like a gravity. Whether it's our destiny, it's all of our destiny.
And speaking of destiny, is there anything they want you to know about why you came into the physical body at this time in the earth realm?
I picked this time because it was going to be the coolest time.
And what do they show you happening in this time? We mentioned something about the 5D or new earth. Tell us what they show you with the 5D earth.
They show me that the fallen mind has a magnetic component, that a physical change to our reality because of new new physics, basically, that have been too low to sense, are now emerging into this universe from every atom, and that change is going to create a change in the minds of everyone, that the physical change in the reality stops from being polarized directionally to aligned with love, instead of polarized against the bad. And that as this change happens biologically, everyone will sense and feel this change as a what looks to be such a problematic earth is really the best time for this change to happen is when it's like and so it's a gift that we're all going to receive.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all going to know that we were always worthy to receive it. We always could have taken it, we just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll receive the knowing that we're worthy as we receive the experience.
That will be amazing.
Oh.
So we shift our awareness into knowing we are worthy, and that will help bring the higher vibrations to us. Is that correct?
Makes it so that we're not against ourselves, but we're with ourselves. And it'll shift the natural tendency of the mind from naturally seeing lack and naturally seeing productivity and demands to seeing opportunities. It'll be like, it'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be a very wonderful time. And is everyone on the same timeline with that, or is this going to happen differently for everyone?
This new energy that we can tune into and can tune our minds, and our minds then can be like a ladder for our spirits. This new energy is here, but it's so soft that it's hard to hear.
Mm.
And as that energy increases in intensity, eventually all will hear it. And you might ask, when did it happen?
Mm-hmm.
It started at some point, and maybe it's always been there. It's just been so difficult to, because of all of the karmic debt and the Akashic. But now as we clear that as a collective, we make space to sense in this new way.
Mm-hmm. So as the humankind continues to set intentions to clear the karmic clutter, this frequency is able to get through and reach the people. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That sounds amazing. Is there anything else that this frequency that you're in right now would like you to know?
I guess it sounds like things aren't as serious as we think, because how could they go wrong? And so this new energy brings a much different air and sentiment, a much lighter reality. If you know that nothing you can do will damn you, then the seriousness can drop, and the beauty, what we can create. The horizons are limitless to what we can create once we see that we're the creators.
Yes, that is a beautiful message. I appreciate that. Is there anything else that they have to say?
Confidence. Not that they say confidence, but they're imbuing confidence, giving confidence that this vision of this future is not a fantasy.
And so they are asking for humankind to have confidence in the new future, the new earth. But it is a reality that we are creating.
And I think by tuning into it, you feel their confidence. And feeling their confidence induces confidence.
This sounds like a wonderful thing to be experiencing. Is there any time frames that they want to give you with that? Is there any schedules of frequencies that we could be expecting?
This is one of the things I've pondered and questioned and repeatedly feel like, why do you think it would be nice to know? Meaning, maybe it's better if I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I give it to them, not that it has to be concealed.
Well, as you already stated, these frequencies may already be out there, and it's as we remove the filters to them that we can receive them, correct? So maybe this is not a matter of time at all. It is just a matter of when we are ready to step into that frequency.